The Ryder Cup kicked off with a deeply emotional moment for Team USA, setting the tone for what promises to be one of golf's most intense and unpredictable weeks. But here's where it gets controversial. While the atmosphere was charged with heartfelt tributes and solemn reflection, the competition ahead remains fiercely competitive, with Europe aiming to pull off a rare and challenging victory on American soil. On a quiet Monday morning in Farmingdale, New York, before the crowds and chaos of the weekend arrived, the American team gathered at the first tee at sunrise. Tears were shed, not from the pressure of the event, but from a powerful tribute that reminded everyone of the deeper meaning behind the competition. U.S. captain Keegan Bradley assembled his entire squad early, well before the grandstands would be filled with thousands of flag-waving fans come Friday. Bradley invited Chris Mascali, a New York firefighter whose father, Joe Mascali, tragically lost his life during the September 11 terrorist attacks, to speak to the team. Mascali brought with him his firefighter uniform and his late father's helmet, which now rest in the American team's room as a poignant symbol of sacrifice and resilience. Adding to the solemnity, Brian Robinson from FDNY Ladder 16 performed the national anthem while a large video screen displayed iconic moments from Ryder Cup history. Bradley reflected on the moment, saying, "I had this vision of doing that for about a year. To actually be out there and witness how emotional the guys became was truly special for our team." Following this, meanwhile, Team Europe had already spent 2 days at Bethpage Black a week earlier before dispersing. Some players stayed with American families, while others explored some of Long Island's top golf courses. They returned with a clear focus to overcome the daunting task of winning on U.S. soil, something that has only happened a handful of times since the Ryder Cup began in 1927. European captain Luke Donald made a subtle yet meaningful statement by having his team wear salmon-colored pullovers and sweater vests. This choice harkens back to 1987, when Europe stunned the Americans at Muirfield Village wearing the same color on Sunday, securing their first-ever Ryder Cup victory away from home. Since then, Europe has triumphed 3 more times in the U.S., including the legendary Miracle at Medina, 13 years ago, where a dramatic Sunday comeback sealed the win. Donald emphasized the motivational power of history, saying, "It's inspiring for the guys to know it's been done before, and we're here to try and do it again." Despite their confidence, Europe is mindful of recent setbacks, having lost by significant margins in 2021 at Whistling Straits, 2016 at Hazeltine, and 2008 at Valhalla. He added, "Rallying around our history, unity, and the legends who came before us is crucial. This is going to be a tough challenge." As for the American team's preparation, there were few surprises in how Bradley arranged his groups for the only full practice round this week. Justin Thomas and Cameron Young teamed up, continuing a partnership from a recent tournament in Napa, California. Rookie Ben Griffin was paired with Bryson DeChambeau, who, due to his affiliation with Live Golf, has been ineligible for PGA Tour events like the Procore Championship. Scottie Scheffler joined forces with Russell Henley, a duo that proved formidable during last year's President's Cup, along with U.S. Open champion J.J. Spaun and Harris English. The final group featured longtime partners Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele, alongside Sam Burns and Colin Morikawa, who notably won a 4-balls match at the last Ryder Cup in Marco Simone. Interestingly, Schauffele and DeChambeau have not competed in about a month. DeChambeau wrapped up the live season in late August, while Schauffele missed recent events due to the birth of his son. Off the course, the two captains share a close friendship, both residing near each other in South Florida. Despite the mounting tension and high stakes, they agree on one thing: savoring the experience, as the opportunity to compete in the Ryder Cup may not come around again. Bradley, who played in 2 Ryder Cups with his last appearance in 2014, returned to the event in a new role as captain last year. He described the emotional gathering on the first tee as a moment of reflection and appreciation. You look around and see the guys fully engaged, absorbing the significance of what's happening. Many have worked incredibly hard to reach this point, he said. He also shared a personal insight. Earlier in my career, I regret not enjoying moments like this more. But this morning, the team truly embraced the experience, and that was a beautiful thing. So, as the Ryder Cup unfolds, the question remains, will the emotional weight and historical inspiration fuel Team USA to defend their home turf? Or will Europe's hunger and legacy of rare road victories tip the scales? What do you think? Can Europe pull off another stunning upset? Or will the Americans' home advantage prove too strong? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below.